What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning into the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. You can please, if you would, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. We are just a few hours removed from a 27-20 victory over the New York Giants, a game that went about as on par as you could probably imagine. We couldn't get out of our own way for most of the game, pretty much the entirety of it. Jameis Winston threw 5 interceptions, and we only were able to come down with one of them. The Evan Williams game clincher at the end of the game in the end zone. Big time play by Evan Williams. Not to take away from that, but the other 4 were painful, especially the Javon Bullard one where Isaiah McDuffie comes over and for some reason levels him and makes him drop it. Josh Jacobs went down. The injuries piled up. Josh Jacobs went down. Jordan ended up going out of the game for a little while and then returning. Quay Walker left the game and thankfully said afterwards that he'll be fine and that it was just a stinger. And Josh Jacobs' injury is not considered to be season-ending, but we will know more after the test results are back, most likely tomorrow. Some are saying it is a PCL sprain, and he could probably miss the next few weeks, but we will know for sure tomorrow. Some positives here. Jordan Love played out of his absolute mind. Him and Christian Watson, obviously in lockstep out there. Some great plays between those guys. And if it was not for all the drops, Romeo Doubs especially, Jordan probably would have had close to a perfect passer rating. So big shout out to QB1. He balled out today, despite what the box score will tell you. And QB2, shout out to QB2 as well. Malik Willis stepped in and finished off a drive with a touchdown pass to Christian Watson. So shout out to QB2, Malik Willis, for stepping in and showing out again. So valuable that we have him as our backup. And another one here, Savion Williams, possibly with the play of the game. Not skill-wise, not impressiveness-wise, although it was very impressive. The play of the game, I think, is the Christian Watson touchdown from Jordan Love. But Savion Williams, and the play that he had on 3rd and 10, probably saved the game. Without that, I'm not sure that we win. We're down by 1. 3rd and 10 in our own end of the field. And if he doesn't come down with that, it's 4th and 10. Who knows what we do? The game completely changes if he doesn't, but thank gosh he did. And yeah, big time play by Savion Williams. Need to find more ways to get him the ball downfield. One last one here before we hop into the comment section. Matt LaFleur, for all the flack that he's gotten over the last few weeks, he called an incredible game today. Shorthanded, with an offensive line that can barely hold its own. He called an awesome game. So shout out to Coach. He showed out as well. Maybe you're planning to go to a Packers game this year. Next weekend, we are hosting the Vikings at Lambeau Field. Maybe you're thinking, hey, I want to go to the game. I want to see this team turning around and go on a run, and I want to be there in person. Do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, StubHub, and TickPick is still the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. I appreciate their partnership with myself. They are the best in the biz. What do we got going on in the comment section here? Fired up. Erica's in the house. Happy Victory Monday. Not quite there yet, but that is on tap tomorrow for sure. If you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. They have just shy of 2,000 5-star reviews and have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured, get Nicolet. My man Rakeem is in the house. How we doing, Rakeem? Trey, how is Luke Musgrave? Yeah, Trey, it's been pretty rough, hasn't it? I have wanted Musgrave to succeed more than just about anything, but it has not happened. I'm not going to write him off just yet, but he is definitely heading into the bust category. Unfortunately, with how he's played so far through his Packers career. The play where he fumbled the ball and then it was overturned. And second off, there's just no explanation for why he even went to the ground. The defender for the Giants, his arm barely just swiped off of his body. It's not like Musgrave got hit pretty hard or the defender hit the ball and make him drop it. The DB literally grazed Musgrave's body with his arm, and somehow Luke fell and fumbled / dropped the ball. So just an absolutely terrible play, and one that could have very well costed us the game. So he's definitely wasted his opportunity to solidify himself as tight end 1. And moving forward, it's just going to have to be tight end by committee because Musgrave is playing that bad. He can't block. He clearly can't catch. He can't run after he does catch it. It's bad all around, unfortunately. As much as I wanted to succeed, it's just not happening so far. Hopefully that changes, but so far that is not good from Luke Musgrave. Thank you, Trey. Micah, thoughts on Christian Watson? Micah, great name. How you doing? My thoughts on Christian Watson, he is an absolute stud. And outside of Jordan Love and probably Josh Jacobs, the most important player on our offense is Christian Watson. And you can argue that he's probably the second most important player on offense ahead of Josh Jacobs with his ability to open up the run game for Jacobs by being such a lethal threat down the field. But he balled out today. 4 catches, 46 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He needs the ball more now that I read that out loud. His impact was a lot bigger than what his stat line shows. So he had a big-time block on the tight end to Josh Wiley. So shout out to Christian Watson. He is just balling out. Love to see it. My man Rakeem, the injuries on this team is so draining. I know things happen. It just seems way too often. It's almost weird. I know the Pack will overcome it. Yeah, it's sad. It's just the guys just kept on going down. Colby Wooden went down shortly after. Aaron Mosby went down. It just it seems like it's happening a lot more than what is normal. But you look around the league, and I've talked about this before where, myself, I have such a tunnel vision when it comes to the NFL. Sure, I'll watch the primetime game tonight. I watch games, on Monday and Thursday nights. But when the Packers are on, I'm not paying any attention to what anybody else is doing. And I'm just watching the Packers. So I don't get a chance to really soak in a ton of other games outside of the primetime games. But in all those other games, yeah, guys are going down left and right. Calvin Ridley broke his leg today for the Titans. They've already are having a disaster season. Guys are just going down. And I know it's a part of the game and it sucks, but every year it just seems like it's happening too much. The Josh Jacobs injury, it stinks for us because it's happening to our most important players, right? Tucker Kraft, of course. Now Josh Jacobs and Quay Walker going down. Jordan going down for a little bit of the game. Romeo Doubs being in and out. Jaden Reed already injured. He's not going to be back until Thanksgiving or the week after. But I'm with you, Rakeem. We will overcome it. Appreciate you for hopping in. Phil, unfortunately, you are spot on Watson. Got to give Wilson his praise today. Malik Willis. Oh, and Emmanuel Wilson. Sorry, Emmanuel Wilson did step in and played well. That touchdown run he had. The offensive line actually blocked pretty well. I was impressed / shocked. Shout out to Emmanuel Wilson. He will be carrying a much heavier load until Josh is back. Some are saying it's a PCL sprain. The prognosis as far as the timeline goes for that injury is apparently, anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks. So we have really no idea what to expect from him. Hopefully it's on the shorter end, of course, because our next 3 games are all division games. Next week in Lambeau against Minnesota. The following week is Thanksgiving against Detroit. And then after that, it is the Chicago Bears in Lambeau Field. So hopefully after the Detroit game, both Jaden Reed and Josh Jacobs will be back, since we'll have that kind of mini bye after the Thanksgiving Thursday game. But we shall see. We shall see. Phil, I met Musgrave. Yeah, spot on. I know, right? It's bad. It is bad with Luke. I don't know who is on the more he's a bust trajectory. Luke Musgrave, Jordan Morgan, Lucas Van Ness, dare I say. And Van Ness has had a great start to this year, but up until this year, he's done next to nothing. He's hurt now. Hopefully he can come back and continue where he left off. But yeah, Luke Musgrave, for being a second rounder, him, Marshawn Lloyd, Jordan Morgan, those guys aren't necessarily looking like they are going to pan out. And hopefully things change, but so far it is not good. My man Durant in the house. Can we start Emmanuel Wilson, please? I almost forgot how it feels to win. I don't want to hear anything negative from anyone about Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur coached his butt off. I'm so happy we won. I can tell, Durant. I appreciate you for hopping in over on YouTube. You are the man. Speaking of the man, King AJ, fans need to realize Wilson looks better than Jacobs, but teams don't fear Wilson like Jacobs. Jacobs faces stacked boxes. Wilson doesn't. Also, Willis isn't better than Love, just fits the scheme better. You packed a lot in there, King AJ, and I do agree. Wilson isn't facing the same defense that Josh Jacobs is facing down in and down out. That is for sure. Also, Watson is him, definitely wide receiver 1, without a doubt. Romeo Doubs kind of was making a case for that earlier on in the year, but I'm sorry. Today was downright terrible from Romeo. I don't know what. And this will probably be his last year in Green Bay. So just tough from Romeo out there today. That's all I got to say about that one. Aaron, I will not be surprised if we miss the playoffs. Sounds drastic, but I think it's very realistic. Hey, anything is possible, right? I am going to disagree with you, though, because we are making the playoffs. We are going to go on a run here soon. We're going to get Josh Jacobs back, Jaden Reed back, and Quay Walker is going to be back. Our offensive line is going to improve. The tight end room is somehow going to find somebody to play with some sort of consistency. All of those things probably need to happen to give ourselves any sort of a decent shot to have a run in the playoffs. So we'll just go down the list and hopefully check those things off one by one over the next few weeks. But you're right. Anything can happen. What else we got? Garrett. We got what we wished for with Haversick, and I think we all regret it. That was the most fitting outcome for that situation, right? We all kept asking for Haversick, and boom, he comes out and immediately misses the first extra point attempt. And then he missed another one later in the game. And I know it was windy, but man, come on. It's an extra point. You're supposed to hit those every single time. It's just, I laughed when that happened. I'm like, of course that's going to happen. Thank you, Garrett. Haley, gut reactions to the defensive performance today. Haley, just downright disappointed. I was disappointed during the game. I'm still disappointed. You're going up against their third, fourth string quarterback, whatever you want to call it. The Giants are missing their leading rusher, their Pro Bowl receiver, their second leading receiver. They had practice squad tight ends out there beating Keyshawn Nixon on third down late in the game. It was ugly. And sure, they held them to 20 points. They had a game-clinching interception, but we also dropped 4 interceptions. We gave up countless fourth down conversions. We couldn't get enough pressure on Winston throughout the game. And I think and I hope that our defense would agree. They played a bad game today against a team with no playmakers on offense. And I don't know how to feel because on Monday we played great defense. Is that due to our defense? Is it due to Eagles struggling on offense? I don't know. I don't know. I'm shocked. 11 drops really told the story today. Berg Bronco. Yep, I'm with you. That was tough to watch. Shane, is Golden close to 100%? He still needs more involvement. I agree. I'm surprised we didn't target him more. But if I would have told you that Josh Wiley would have had a touchdown before Matthew Golden this year, at the beginning of this year, you would have been like, Josh Wiley? Who's Josh Wiley? And I would have said the same thing. But the fact that he hasn't scored a touchdown, or we haven't tried to get him a touchdown, and we are 10 games in, I don't know what's going on. But next week, right? We've always got next week. All right, Justin, one more here. How do you feel about all of the Start Willis over Love chants on Facebook? Whoever's saying that is an idiot. Most likely bots, most likely spam, because anybody who watched the game today and coming away with that conclusion, they must not have been watching, because Jordan played probably one of his best games of his NFL career. And if he wouldn't have had the drops, mainly from Romeo Doubs, he probably would have had close to a near perfect passer rating. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.